Hi, Tomahawk! And hello, everyone. It is time to get going on this. Now, I'm just going to kind of upfront level with everyone. After how miserable the last couple of hours of playing on my last attempt at playing Tunic were, I decided that if I'm going to finish this game, I'm not going to do it on my own. So, I have looked up a guide. And what we're going to do is just check what pages we have. Does it tell me? Okay, so this is page 2. So I'm missing, right off the bat, I'm missing page 1, which I think makes perfect sense. Yeah. Um, Whoops. There we go. That is the button that we need to push. Oh. I think I have... somewhere in here, a diagram that shows me... I might have already passed it, honestly. I hate this. Like, the guide is cool. I just wish it wasn't my only source of information. There we go. Okay. So what's going to be closest? I guess Quarry will be closest, but that's going to be blocked off, won't it? Isn't it? Yeah. There isn't really a good one, is there? The vault's not a good spot for this. The ruins, I guess, are my best bet. The quarry would have been closest, but... So where we're headed to right now is the mountain. Because while the game does not make this clear, this is referencing the mountain door. I think. With the teleports, this shouldn't take too long to get there. I don't actually know that this is the right way either. I feel like I'm going the wrong way here, but we'll see. At least I finally have all my stats back. Doing this with no stats would be such a pain. Um, I don't... How do I get to that? No. Thought? Ah, there we go. Okay. I need this. this take me up to the mountain? No, this might. This one? Yeah, this is where I'm looking for. Whoop, nope, bad. There we go. Wow. Nope. I wonder how much I have to go away to redo it. This is bonkers. For anybody who hasn't played this game, that is what I have to enter without a mistake. Up, right, down, right, up, left, up, right, up, left, down, left, up, right, up, left, up, right, down, right, up, right, down, left, down, right, up, right, down, down, left, down, right, left, down, down, right, up, right, down, left, up, right, up, left, down, left, up, right, up, left, up, is what that thing said, but I don't know where I'm supposed to be to do this, or if the fact that I did it wrong the first one. I guess let's leave the region zone and come back. This will be the fastest way to leave. It's also possible that I just did it wrong, but this screenshot I see has the person about here. Come. I don't know if there's something I'm supposed. The guides don't say that there's anything I'm supposed to do to trigger this. I don't know if I need something specific to like, because I do not have the page of the guide that is supposed to point you in the right direction. But are there any requirements? Does that match? Up, left, down, left, up, left, down, left, up. Doesn't sound like there's anywhere specific you have to be. I must just be entering something wrong. Okay. Yep. It's just entering something wrong. So when we get the full manual, I'll show everyone what you're supposed to do to solve that, and and I'll explain why I think it's absolute bullshit. Because yeah. Page 1. Okay, so this is the hint for how you get the good ending for the game. This is probably supposed to be close to the last page most people get. Okay, what's the next page I don't have? I have 2 and 3. 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's not bad in terms of thoroughness. Okay, so 46. In the West Garden, okay. So, and if the easiest way to get to it is to start from the fast travel point. Wait, no, this is not where I went to. Oh, but I don't know. Okay, yeah, I can get down from here. Okay. Okay, I already opened that. Okay. Oh, wait, no, West Garden. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, which is one over here. Oh wow, I was here. I just didn't see it because it was invisible for me. Okay. So I'm gonna go back across to where I was before. Yup, up there. Okay, so I need to basically head back to where I just was. Thanks, game. No, this way. Thank goodness for this teleport thing. It speeds things up so much. Okay, now we are a Farian. Is there a way you're supposed to know where these are? So am I just supposed to look for places that have like lines on a wall for this? Is that all that this is supposed to be? This is this is kind of nonsense. No, I was not selecting things, thank you. Why is it every time I click on this thing it tries to select the entire thing and take me to the top? Okay, that's an easily accessible one. We're not going for like the secret ending that requires all 20 of these. We're just going for the true ending where I need the full manual. But I still need to get 10 of these stupid things, so we're gonna do it. I have not looked at the solution to this one yet, just what I'm looking for. I'm gonna try and see if I can figure out what this means. Uh, Oh wait, no, that's not it. Okay, I think I may have screwed it up on my first attempt. Up, right, down, left, up, right, up, left, down, left, up, right, right, down. That's the second. Okay, so the next one I'm going to need to do is going to require me to fast travel, so I'm going to pick whichever one is closest to the fast travel points for my next target. As much of a time saver as this teleport crown is, it's also really finicky. But that's what I expect from this game's controls, if I'm being completely honest. I do not expect, like, reliable, stable... Oh, actually, this looks like a spot. So, how did we get that? Up, left, down, left, down, left, down. Oh, this one's in line with this one, not in line with this one. Okay, that explains it. Left, up, right, right, down, right. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I was looking at this because these look like they're in line with each other, so I thought that you were going down from this one to this one. And that seemed wrong to me. So by the way, this here is the puzzle for the door that I solved earlier. So each one of these numbers is a page number, and on these page numbers are little are little like solutions you're supposed to put in, like squares you're supposed to put into the, like if we go to say 44. So 44 there is like the down, right, up, right, it looks like. I think. Or it might be the, yeah, I think it's that. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's that. So you would put that into square 44 there, and then you're trying to draw the pathway to from the start to the end, which I assume is like right in the middle. But and you end up with a giant, so like you have to see, I would be okay with this type of puzzle if as I solved it, I could annotate it in the game. If like when I figured out what I was doing and I went to page 12, I could then like click on the solution and it would like annotate it and update this diagram in the game so that I did not have to make a grid on a piece of paper, write it down with squares and then draw the right things in. Like that's not something that's accessible to me. I do not have good enough artistic skills and I do not want to make a big enough spreadsheet to do that. So like that is my problem with this puzzle. And that's my problem with a lot of puzzle games. I've been watching Falcon play Blueprints. I'll just while I am speaking of it, um let's go ahead and give him a shout out. Um I've been watching him play Blueprints and he is keeping fantastic immaculate notes. He shouldn't have to. The game, not that the game should just tell him everything, but the game should have the means within it for him to make the information he needs available to him as he discovers it. Like, either by having a notable map, or by having notepads in the game, or by having things update as you uncover the solutions to them and as you uncover the secrets to them. You know, I don't. That's my problem with a lot of these kind of more obscure puzzle games is they expect you to like be willing to make detailed out of game notes in order to solve their in-game puzzles. And I don't know that that's a good thing. Like in my opinion, it's very much not a good thing. And I think that sort of a situation, especially when the puzzle itself is fairly obscure and fairly difficult to even recognize that it's a puzzle, I think is what I'm kind of looking for on that. Like when it's not immediately apparent that what you're getting is a puzzle, it doesn't it's not, in my opinion, a good idea to have that puzzle be super vague and obscure and hard to solve and hard to even find, hard to not hard to solve because the point of the puzzle is for it to be hard to solve. But like, oh wow. So you're supposed to solve this by watching this light pattern, and in the brief seconds you get of it, recognize what the direction this is. Like, I can't even stop this in a way where I can still see the screen. Yeah, no. Like, this is just unnecessarily obscure as well. There was a... No, that's not a teleporter. Wasn't there used to be a... For some reason I thought there used to be a... I guess maybe there used to be. Because I definitely came down here before, but maybe it's no... Maybe the pathway to get down there is no longer available. And like again, there's also no way for me to know unless I keep way better notes than I'm capable of keeping which ones I've already done. So thus, even like the guide is not that helpful to me even. Okay. Okay, where is my... library is, I guess, this one? Oh, wow. This rug is the pattern. But how do you read it? So the first one is up. Okay, I guess it's here, up, left, down. Okay. I think I did that wrong. There we go. I should have been keeping track of how many of these I had done. I am not keeping track of that, so, that's probably 4. Did the one in the room behind the golden doors. I did the one back down the back staircase. I did the one here. I did the one in that room. And I did the one on the island. So 5. So I think this makes 5. I guess back to the town ruin. One thing I am kind of glad of is that there aren't very many enemies in most of the normal areas around at this point. Oh, this is one right here. Interpreting this wrong. Up, right, up, left, down, left, up maybe? No, let's look it up. Oh! That's why. It goes around, so. Up, right, up, left, down, left, up, right, down, right, up, left, up. This one, again, it's expecting me to write this down, so somebody else has written it down for me. I know what I'm looking for, so, like, I don't think that's a skill I particularly feel bad about not. Yeah. There is apparently one here somewhere. Oh, it's in here. Oh yeah, I remember seeing this and thinking that was that. Oh, this is pretty cool. Except I just know it's expecting me to remember every step I take in this. And to remember that this line is here. Okay, let's just... Left, up, right, down, right, up, right, up. Left, up, right, up. Oh, because there were two lines, it's three. Okay. That makes sense. I don't... Can I see at least on the... Is there like something on here that says how many fairies I've found at least somewhere? No, there's nothing? There's no... A late game item that allowed you to return um at will to the teleport room, like 8 basically a quick fast travel item, I think would have been lovely. Wait, no. There you are. Okay, so this one expects you to go to... Yeah. So those symbols correspond to north, east, south, and west. And you're supposed to write them down. And again, this is another one of those cases where it would be like, it would be nice if I could have something in game that mapped to this, and then I could like input the correct answer, or show somehow that I have learned that what these mean, and have them translate rather than having them be like, oh, you have to cross-reference between those two pages every couple of characters, and write it all down, and like it's just they're expecting way too much out of game work from me than not giving me the means to do it in game. Left, right, down, up, down, right, left, up, right, down, left, up, down, right, left. What I'm still curious about though is how the fuck do I get that treasure chest? Oh well, doesn't matter. Like this goes back to the same problem I also had with In Stars and Time. Like a lot of the impact of some of the like clever design stuff is somewhat mitigated by the fact that there's like I spend so much time outside of the game think I remember this next one. I think I know what they're referring to. Yes, here. Oh, um, so is this like the only place where a bomb actually opens a wall? I think this might be the only place where a bomb opens a wall, which is another thing that's like, if you expect me to figure that out, why do you not have it be a thing in more places than one? Like, I tried bombing a bunch of places and it was never the thing. I wonder if that's how you get this treasure chest too, then. It is. That is how you get that treasure chest. I wish that they had set a precedent in one of the dungeons that that was a thing to look for. Is this one of them? No, this is not one. That wall looks kind of like it should be. Okay, so I'm looking for the... Nope. Bad game. That was here, yeah. Nope. Can do that, though. Okay. Okay, so I have 49, 50, 51, so I need 52 and 53 next. I'm going to just pop pre-rolls here because I want to make sure I have time to get this done during stream. So I'm just going to start wandering towards my next destination while in pre-rolls. Sorry to anybody who might be lurking and wanting to see anything, but we probably won't get to where we're going before our ads are over. Oh. Okay, well, we're here, so I'm just gonna step away for a sec. I'll be back in a moment. Okie dokie, let's get back to this. So here is the next option. Nice simple one. This just has the page in it, which is the full page, the last page for the book. Wait, the windmill has a pattern? There it is. Oh, wow, it does. Is the windmill another fairy? What is that? That's something? Nope, it's not something. But it's something. It gave me an achievement, so I guess it's something? Okay, I think down here will get me to a teleport spot. All right. All right, there's my little ghosty. So I get that this is a true ending and it's a, a happy ending versus. But they don't explain how that changes anything. Maybe they do it, it's just in a language that we can't read, but like. Well, I'm glad I finished this. That was faster than I expected. I thought it was probably going to take most of the stream, considering how much I had to do. But with the guide, it wasn't too bad. So, how do I talk about this game in completion? This is a weird one, because, like, some. I appreciate a lot of the little things that they tried to do. I appreciate the environmental puzzling. I appreciate the environmental storytelling that they did. I think the concept of a game where the objective is to, like, uncover a source of lost knowledge and use that to kind of end a broken cycle. Like, it's been done before for sure, but I think it's a good concept, and I think I think it is definitely worth giving credit to the execution on, or to the concept of the ideas here. However, I think this is another example of a game that really needed one, it needed better in-game telegraphing. I really hate the idea of a language I can never read that has all the information I need in it. I think right from the start, you get an item and you don't even get to see its name is just so obnoxious. Like I will die on that hill. That is a bad thing. I don't mind having some information be in a language I can't read at the start. That is perfectly okay. But either I would prefer to decode the language so that I can read it over time. You know, not that this is a good example of this, but like FF10 Al Bhed style, where you can find ways to uncover the language in order to read the details and thus know what the game wants to tell you. Or I would prefer if at least the basics were not in that language. The name and basic functionality of an item. Like, the bomb should be called bomb, not squiggle, 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 squiggle. And it should have a description that says throw to deal damage or something like that. I also think that the fact that nowhere in the game that I saw did it even hint that the bomb could be used to break walls, but multiple secrets were behind walls, was a problem. There should have been, after I got the bomb, a situation where in a dungeon, in order to get through a wall, I had to bomb it, and maybe have like a hint that points to that being the case or something. Because then I can maybe look and be like, oh, okay, if there's these 3 flowers in front of a wall, I can bomb it and maybe get through. Like, considering I don't get infinite bombs and I can't even farm bombs, the idea of secrets being hidden behind bomb walls without you telling me that there are bombable walls is not a good thing. That is not a good thing. Um, I think a lot of little things like that added up to make the overall puzzle solving experience really frustrating. I also don't like how long some of those directional puzzles were. It's very hard for my brain to keep track of 10, 15 directions in a row. Like, I just don't have that in me, even when I'm reading it off of a page. So even if I had made notes and written it down, like you saw how many attempts it took me to get the door, and I had the solution written down in front of me. It was bad enough, like it was tough enough for me that um I had to look it up elsewhere to see if I was doing it right, and it was just that I was doing it wrong. And like that's on me, but it's also a it's not something I can fix. I can't get better at that. It's not like I can train my memory for that. It's something that is about the way my brain works. It is not good at remembering those types of things. So like I can't just get good. It's just frustrating, even if I find the solution that I cannot input it. So I think those puzzles were too long for what they were, or that there should have been maybe an indicator that you were on the right track. Like maybe as you were entering the keys correct, have something like light up on the screen to show that you were going the right way, and then when you fail it empties or something like that. Like there are ways they could have communicated that would have made it more appropriate or more approachable for people who are not tuned into that particular type of puzzle. um I do think that the guide was a very cool idea, but I still think even with the guide, they should have had a better map. A single click that I could go to look up a map of the current zone that shows me where I am and what I have already done. Like, I don't need you to tell me everything, but like for the overworld, show me like where I am in it. A Zelda style map where I can see the overworld in generic state and I can see where I am and I can kind of get a perspective for it. And then when I'm in a dungeon, I can see the rooms I've gone to, and then when I get to the end, I can see the whole thing, or when I find the page, I can see the whole thing. But like something that I could use to better get a lay of the land and to better guide myself without needing, again, so much memory. This game relied on on people having perfect memory, and I don't, or having perfect notes, and that's just, I don't like that is the way that this type of a game handled things. Like, I think that was a big flaw. Um, And I think if this was if this last part after there was no more combat and I was just wandering around solving puzzles, if that had been the entire game where there was almost no combat, if in fact no combat. This game could have been This game would have been better with no combat. If there had been no combat and it was just puzzle solving, I think this game would have probably been like a 3.5, maybe 3.5, maybe a 4, like for me, out of 5. It's like a probably somewhere between like if I were doing it out of 10, it would be like somewhere between like a 6.5 and maybe a 7.5. It's like in that sort of range. Like this would have been on the higher end, above average, but not amazing. But when you add the combat, I can't I can't say anything good about this game's combat. It was unresponsive. It was not fun. The enemy AI was awful. Like the enemy AI was designed to be unfun to fight against. The items were awkward to use. The attacks were not very responsive. The parry was terrible. The dodge was pretty good. I'll say the dodge was okay. Like the dodge worked relatively well if you were using it right. The dodge was fine. But like your attacks weren't fun to use, your spells weren't great to use. The parry was terrible, as I've already said. The enemy hitboxes were awkward. The enemy AI was just annoying as hell. It was just every enemy was like standoff, moves faster than you, but always runs away, so you can never get close to them unless you're willing to use magic, but you have a limited amount of magic. The progression by which you got your magic was frustrating. Um, yeah, the combat in this game is just so bad that I think it takes if this game either had better combat, like had a good combat system in it, or had no combat, it would be a much better game. Like taking away the combat entirely would add a full point or two to the score. Making it have really good combat would add even more, but like if this was just a no combat game and they just retuned it around no combat and made there be puzzles instead of bosses, hell, these directional puzzles would have worked then, because they could have been used to like unlock the pages and unlock the true ending and everything. But yeah, so I think that's kind of where my thoughts on this stand. Um, I don't think this is a game that I'm ever going to want to play again, and I don't think that this is a game that I will have fond memories of. I think, but again, as I said, I think there are good things this game tried to do and good things this game did. Just so many poorly executed or bad things were also alongside it that it's hard to get past.